Hello, friends. I know it's been a minute, and I think about it every single day. I feel bad. I really do. I've been really busy, and just life keeps happening. My grill looks weird, and that's one of the things. I had a dental emergency, so it's temporary, but you don't need to inform me that I have an ugly smile. I'm aware. Um, so I what is there to talk about? Like, Karen Reed got acquitted. I'm over the moon. More importantly, I started spending my mornings with Jimmy because Auntie Deb was doing morning like trial warm up stuff, and it became like what I lived for. He is beyond funny, and he's so insightful, and like it social media, but I get a lot of inspiration from Bruce, and I get a lot of inspiration from Jimmy because I love it when he bans people. I don't have that in me. I can't say no, and I need to embrace the ability to do that, and Jimmy's teaching me how to do that, and I love that about him. I've also been trying to save my business, and so I've been filling up those walls and those shelves and saving my teeth and trying to raise my kids and working 55 hours a week, and it's just been really tough. And I didn't even talk about the Adelson trial at all, which Jimmy doesn't like true crime, and I was like, oh no, you can't quit. And then he did a stream with Kathy, which is one of the other reasons why I haven't been on here so much, because Kathy does it perfectly, and she's so funny and she's so natural, and I love her. And like, not that I think I'm gonna step on her shoes in any way, but like, it's like she's just so good. She's just so good. And then she does a stream with Jimmy, and of course it's like, oh yeah, my worlds are colliding. Hell yes. And she turns him on to the Donna Adelson thing, which that trial, holy shit, like I'm on top of my true crime shit, and it took me months to like put together the story. I'm like, well, who's this young guy who's up on trial? Oh, he hired a hitman. Oh, I remember when that guy was killed, and he had 2 kids. I remember when that happened. And now this is 10 years later. Oh my God. And now the mom, really? And then when you find out the details, holy shit, mom. And then of course Jimmy falls in love because she's a perfect Jewish mother, and he does every impression wonderfully. And he actually went to Florida and got to be in the same room with Donna. That is, it gave me life. It made me so fucking happy. And of course, she was convicted rather quickly. She's already asking for an appeal. What a surprise. She actually tried to put a hit on like the people she was in jail with. Like, oh my God. The thing that really pissed me off is that she was encouraging a very, very clear, terrible drug addict relapse. And like, oh, I've got a guy, he'll write you a script. All you have to do is say this thing. Unbelievable. The woman. Yeah, too much. It was too much. So she's in jail forever and ever. So that's nice. And then now Karen Reed has a civil trial to worry about, but it looks like there's going to be cameras in there. So that's really good. And I already love the judge. And I've only watched like the first like 10 minutes of the hearing yesterday. And it's like, I'm here representing Karen. I'm here representing Karen. I'm here representing Karen. It's literally 15 people, and it's fucking great. And it's AJ, which is a pleasure to watch. So there's that. So when I bought the dart store, my husband and we bought 2 businesses. We also bought a trampoline business, and they were very seasonal. Darts were very, very winter, and trampolines were very, very summer. And like I say, there's no such thing as all bad. We did very well through COVID. In fact, he started sewing everything, and he was booked out like 3 or 4 months. It was nuts. It was too much, and he has burned out. And then I go into the hospital, and I don't know if he had an association. It gave him panic, and he couldn't do the trampoline stuff anymore. So I have been spending the last year and a half trying to save that business and either sell the name, or we were going to train someone to sew the stuff, and somebody's a little moody, and so I can't always get him encourage him to train someone. Everything is very delicate because you marry your parents, and my mom's kind of like that. Anyway, not to disparage anyone. She's a delightful person. She really is. But so, like a week and a half ago, I've got this neighbor. He owns a fishing store. He's very successful. And he's like, what are you doing with that back room? And I'm like, not enough. I really need to do something about that. So what I was really scared about is we had this table that had all the measurements for trampolines on it. And it was supposed to be worth like $30,000, but it was literally duct taped together. It was shit. And it was 3 layers of linoleum, as I now know, because I was going to have to disassemble it. And it was just this terrible thing that I had to look at every day, and it gave me stress. And he's like, I'll have my guys tear it apart. I want this room. I want this room. I was like, but then I won't have a bathroom. No, you can have your bathroom and you can keep your refrigerator. I just want the rest of the room. I was like, okay, you know what? It's time. It's time. I'm not going to find someone to buy it. I'm not going to train anybody. And now this room is fucking empty. Yeah. And the only thing worth keeping is the thing my husband made, which are those tables. Now, I do have a couple of industrial sewing machines, if anybody needs one. I wanted to focus on the darts anyway. It's become a year-round business. Denver is a huge dart town. We've got like 5 leagues. We're having more tournaments. It's picking up. And I can make this be its own sustainable business. And I've been working really, really hard on that. I have great customer service, and which is a dying art, I say every single day. So I have been focusing on that. And, it's okay to let go. I come from a long line of bulldogs, and we have a hard time letting go of the things that we're latched onto. And you know what? He wanted the room. They tore down that table, and it's a goddamn miracle because it was huge. It was 1,000 pounds. I'm sorry, just saying literally. It was 1,000 pounds. It was so heavy. Each quarter was like 250 pounds. It was insane. So blessedly, I didn't have to get too dirty, little dirty. The dudes got dirty. They tore it apart. It was great. And today I canceled those numbers, baby. And I'm free of it. And I feel lighter already. It is so wonderful. And so I can move on and watch the next Karen Reed trial without this breathing down my neck and without paying a ridiculous phone bill. Like, what they charge you to have 3 phone numbers is abhorrent. It's absolutely abhorrent. Ugh. Unbelievable. So there's just so much. I love Kathy, and she is growing like crazy. And Jimmy he did this stream. Circle back. So Jimmy did a stream with Kathy, and he fell in love with Donna. But the other thing that she taught him is to monetize his streams, because he very much was given the vibe that he wasn't going to do like morning warm-ups anymore because the trial was almost over. We were all burned out. And everybody's like, but what are we going to do without you? And I could tell he was like, this is too much pressure. I don't know. He hates people nagging him, and I don't blame him. And so he gets online with Kathy, and she's like, look at all the money you're missing. And he's like, oh, I should monetize. And she's like, yeah. And so then it became summer school, and I fucking loved every minute of it. I don't watch 100% of anybody's streams but Kathy and Jimmy. And I don't watch all of Kathy's members stuff, but I watch all of Jimmy's. He is just a pleasure. And now he's like fucking famous. He did the Wilbur to raise money for Turtle Boy, and because he also has trial stuff coming on. The fuck shit in Massachusetts is unbelievable. Like, they put that man in jail to shut him up over Karen Reed. And I'm just astounded by it. So it's fascinating to watch. And now it's for the world to see. So maybe they'll get their fucking act together. Because, like, if our country started there, shouldn't it be the best? But no, I guess there's corruption everywhere. And it's just like old habits die hard or whatever. But so, yeah, Jimmy's like getting very famous, and I could not be happier. And then speaking of Jimmy's, there's the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, And I am the last person who is a fan of Kirk at all. But no one deserves to be assassinated in front of his children. You know, I didn't agree with a word he said, but I was touched by that whole thing. It was really shocking. And then the next headline I see is that Jimmy Kimmel is being fired for disparaging Charlie Kirk and will give him his job back if he donates money to the wife. And I'm like, is this freedom of speech? What the fuck is going on? He didn't disparage Charlie Kirk. He disparaged the president not giving a fuck about Charlie Kirk. How did that little detail get lost in all of this? I am so happy Jimmy's getting his job back. He's one of the best improv humors I have ever seen in my life. So it's heartbreaking that Colbert has lost his job. Freedom of speech is absolutely in danger. That they're firing him, it's unacceptable. It's so unfortunate, but obviously it's impossible for them to get away with it because Jimmy Kimmel is getting his job back, which is a really great thing. I never ever watch his show. I don't even have TV, but I love all comedians with all of my heart, even if they don't make me laugh, which he does make me laugh. I had so many things that I wanted to cover. I've been watching Bruce, and he's very prolific and consistent and inspirational to me to keep going. So I've been watching a lot of Bruce and watching Kathy grow, and then I missed Denver Crime Con, and I am honestly heartbroken. I'm legitimately sad about it. Live from my sofa was going to be there, and then he bailed, and I don't think Kathy ended up going, so now I feel like okay that I wasn't able to go. But my husband's in bed, and he's like, do you know that Denver Crime Con is going on right now? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you not think I hadn't known about this for over a year? I knew this was happening for a year, and but it just happened to fall on my daughter's birthday weekend, and I had a dental emergency. It wasn't in the cards. It just wasn't in the cards. Maybe they'll bring it back here again. I am really bummed I missed Colby, though. He seems like a sweetheart, and I want to give him a hug. And Nate Eaton, damn it, I'd love to meet him. But you know, I invited everyone via, hey, I own a store you can come visit, because I certainly can't fucking leave it. It's crazy. And then I watched The Sopranos the first time it came out, and I couldn't finish it because it absolutely jumped the shark. And I was like, divorce, really? Like, I understand the hurt from Gumar's. I wonder if you know I'm getting a call. Damn it, I have a doctor's appointment in a little bit, but I don't want to answer this call. I want to finish this video. So we'll find out what happens. Sorry, Marie. I'm sorry. But so now we're finishing it because Chris wants to see the prequel, which I didn't even know exists and has been out for years. So we're in the last season, and I'm invested again. I'm very upset when he gets shot. That sucks. It's great. Thank you for bringing the kids back into the story, because I kind of cared about them. I love AJ, and even though he doesn't act anymore, because this show would, squash anybody's will to live. But this last season, oh my God. So he gets better from the near-death experience. And then, just talking about drugs and relapse, watching Christopher suffer and keep relapsing. It's just like, it's so hard to watch, but it's so real, because that is addiction, and that is how that works. And if I had to have my girlfriend off, I probably would relapse that week too. But the fact, I hope it's not too soon to share this. If you haven't watched Sopranos and don't want to know that they skip this, kill Christopher? Are you fucking kidding me? He's my favorite character. Oh my God. I'm still upset, and I watched it like nights ago, and it's still bothering me that they offed that character. Like, that actor did 400 auditions before he landed a role, and I love that about him. So, what this whole thing is about is Don't give up. If it's in your heart, do 400 auditions. You are going to land a role eventually. And also, when it's time to let go, let go. And both can be true at the same time. And that is my entire existence in trying to balance that. I think that I know I had more to say. I can't fit it all in. I miss you. I love you. I'm going to be around more. Thank you so much.